Figma Skills were just released. Today we'll look at their current state, what they are, the different skills, and how to use them effectively. Let's get started. Real quick before we begin, I'll put this in the video description. It's just on our website. But if you're a big fan of myself and what we're doing here, consider supporting UI Collective Academy, where you get access to a bunch of great courses, micro lessons, private Slack channel access to me and the team, and a whole lot more. And I'm always adding more to this as well. Or it's totally free to join the community. You can come ask any question for free, get access to savings and resources too. And I respond to every question that's on there. So whether you want to join the community or support the academy, thanks so much. Also come follow and interact with me on X. Link in the description. Let's talk Figma Skills. Now, I want to level with everyone right off the start because Figma Skills are wildly inconsistent in terms of their results and don't really speed up my workflow yet. Now, give Figma some slack because they just came out. But I'm seeing a lot of claims where it's like, these changed the game. I've never worked more efficient as a designer. Figma Skills are insane in what they're able to produce. Or I built this crazy app using Figma Skills inside of Figma. I personally have not found those claims to be truthful. I've tried a bunch of different prompting structures and the results are just wildly inconsistent. And I've spent more time trying to get the skills to work in a way in which like to get the result that I want, that it actually would have been faster for me to actually design things myself or work with some other type of AI setup, whether that's a cursor rule or my own actual custom Claude skill. That said, though, is these skills will improve. Figma's MCP will improve. The way in which Figma works with AI will improve. So it doesn't mean just because they're not perfect now, it doesn't mean that you should ignore them. You should still know how to use and leverage these skills because eventually they are going to be part of your daily workflow, even if they're not right now. So just because they're not perfect yet doesn't mean they won't be. With that preamble out of the way, that was just meant to ease some of your nerves or stress that you might have with Figma Skills right now, thinking that you're behind, which you're not. Let's look at what is a Figma skill. Figma Skills are structured files that guide AI on how to work with Figma. There are more technical interpretations, more technical definitions of this. But we're covering the high level stuff today, and I'll go deeper in future videos. So they define how to do specific actions, things like creating components, generating layouts, or syncing variables. A generic AI is not going to know how to do this inside of Figma. But with the addition of a Figma skill, that skill contains context that the AI can use on how to do specific things like creating components, generating layouts, syncing variables inside of the actual Figma platform. These are also reusable. So reusable instructions for AI to use when collaborating with Figma on how to work with your existing Figma files, how to generate components, how to create layouts, and all those kinds of things. So not only does it do specific actions, but once you upload a skill to your AI, they're therefore reusable. So every time you're working within Figma, with Figma, in something like Claude, Cursor, whatever, you don't need to keep re-uploading these skills. You upload them once. The AI is always going to have them. And I know I mentioned this in the last video I posted, but just from what I'm hearing, developers right now are having more use of the Figma skills that are available because a number of them are more specific to developers and not designers. We need to remember, Figma is no longer just a tool for designers, it's a tool for developers as well, and it will likely transition a little bit more in that direction. I don't know for sure, just my guess, but there's a lot of skills, as you're going to see, more specific to developers, and from what I'm hearing, developers are having more use of the Figma skills right now than designers. Here I am just on the Figma skills page. I'll put this in the video description as well so you can easily access it. So as we scroll down here, we have all of these great skills that are currently available to us. And Figma is going to keep adding more skills to this, and these skills are going to get refined as, things change. But before we can get into any of these, we're going to need this foundational skill first. So as you can see here in the description, it's just a foundational skill that teaches our AI agents what tokens, variable styles, and components are, and how to necessarily use them on the canvas. So only once we have this skill installed will all these other skills work as intended. Let's click in here now. So let's choose to download this from GitHub, and we're going to choose to click into this skill.md file. Oh, there we go. And let's download this. But as we go through here, we notice that it's referencing additional .md files. So if we go back here into this references folder, we're also going to want to download each of these individual .md files. If we were working within terminal, it'd be a little bit easier to install a lot of these things. Because we're working within the Claude platform itself, because again, designers don't like working within terminal. Let's go ahead and simply just download each of these MDs. I'm going to pause the video and let you do that on your own, but then we're going to flip back to Claude. I'm going to show you how to upload this. One thing I would like to call out before we install everything is this is ultimately what we're going to get to, is we want the folder structure within our Claude Code skill to mimic what's in GitHub. Now, for those developers watching this, I know there are easier ways to do this inside of terminal, but designers do not like working inside of terminal. So I'm trying to break it down as best I can. Before we install the skills, is we need to connect Figma MCP. I'm going to be doing this within Claude just because Claude is super hot right now. It's the talk of the town, Claude AI, Claude Cowork, Claude Code. Everyone's talking about it, so we're going to be using it too. I'll link Figma's MCP documentation in the video description in case you're using a tool like Cursor or something else. All right. So here we are just within the customized section of Claude, and we're under connectors. If you hadn't already connected Figma before, as you're likely not going to see this on the right, you're going to need to install Figma as a connector. So let's browse connectors and just search Figma. And let's just click this one and then choose to connect. It's then going to open this up inside of your browser. So just hit agree and allow access. And then you can see this is now connected. Back inside Claude now. So here we are just under skills this time. Let's go ahead and choose to upload a skill. And let's just simply drag in that first skill.md file that we downloaded from the Figma use skill. Let's drag that in. You can see that this is installed. But if we look at it, all detailed reference docs live in references, this folder here. And we need to now add that folder to this skill. Now, one thing I'd like to call out is if you're working within terminal, it's much easier for you to do this. But designers do not like working within terminal. So this is a little bit more of a manual approach of doing things, but it's a workaround. Inside of a basic Claude chat, what we're going to do is let's just add in all of those .md files that we had downloaded from that references folder. You can see they're loaded here. Add these to the Figma use skill inside of a references folder. And you can see here now is that we have our skill.md file with our rule, but then we also have the references with all of those different .md files. So it's the folder structure in GitHub that we're trying to mimic here inside of the Claude app. Always be sure to make sure to copy this to our skills. So by this point, within that Figma use skill, we have the skill.md installed and we have the references installed. But if we click into references, so we have all these installed now, but we have this subfolder called working with design systems. So let's click in and now do the same as we did before. So let's download each of the .md files within this folder and then also upload those to Claude. So I added in all of those .md files that were within that working within design systems folder or working with design systems folder. So now let's instruct Claude to add that folder to the references. Add all of these to a working with design systems folder inside of references. Let's run that. You can see now we have all of our, so we have our skill.md, we have all of our references, and now inside of this folder, we have the same .md files as within that GitHub file. So we have this Figma use skill installed. Now let's install some of the other skills from the community. This create voice skill, I'm going to cover this in a future video, so be sure to subscribe for that. It's a pretty complex topic. I just want to make sure we have ample time in order to cover it. So one skill that jumps out to me right away here is this create new designs in Figma using existing components and variables, this Figma generate design skill. So let's click into this and choose to, need the skill.md and choose to download it. So let's just simply download this one. Then when we flip back to the Figma skills, the other one that jumps out to me is a spacing skill, where it applies hierarchical spacing with variables and fallbacks. One thing I've noticed just from my own testing is that whenever I'm building a design using skills, is that the spacing variables are not always applied. But if I have this skill actually installed, they're applied a little bit more consistently. So let's go ahead and download that one too, and then flip back to Claude for now, but we'll come back here. Inside of Claude now, let's now upload those two skills. I think I mentioned it before, but if I didn't, just ignore all these other skills here. These are my personal skills. More on that for Academy members, link in the description. Anyways, so let's add in those skills one at a time. One thing I'd like to call out here is, especially with that rad spacing skill, it is not called skill.md. Claude will still let you upload it, but it's best practice just rename it to skill in all capitals and then just keep the .md at the end. So just a best practice thing. These 3 skills are now installed. Now let's try to create a design. Now that we have everything installed, I'm just going to be working out of a basic design system here. This is the one that's part of our academy, because what I ultimately want it to do is build a design using some of the components that are inside of this design system. So let's go ahead, copy a link to this file, and then go back to Claude. Inside of Claude Code now, like the Claude tab or the Code tab, is one thing I'd like to call out is if you have multiple design systems published, it's really important to specify which design system you want to use. This is why I like to include the Figma URL. So let's run a small prompt here. Please build me a simple SaaS onboarding page inside of Figma. The inside of Figma is really important to specify using this design system. Enter in that URL, guidelines, white background, form in center of page, form inside of card, use input components and not field components, just the way my design system set up. All right, let's run that. This is what it came back with. And this took 10 minutes and a ton of Claude tokens for this result. And I could have built this on my own in less than 5 minutes. Probably would have taken me 2. But let's go through this design. Let's click the page. No variable applied. Let's click the card. No variable applied. Let's click the text. No text style applied. No variable applied. Same for this text as well. But you can see here, it does look as if the components are being used. So that's a plus. But start asking yourself, if someone's really pushing you to use Figma Skills, are they asking you to use Figma Skills like at work because they want to show that they're adopting AI? Because this as its own is not an efficient workflow. As I said, this could have taken me less than 2 minutes to build probably, if I'm being honest. But instead, I had to go through that entire setup process using Figma Skills and then wait 10 minutes for Claude to build out this design. So you can see that not all the variables and things were applied. So there's a couple other skills that we can use here, where we can use this audit design system skill, where it audits Figma screens for design system integration drift. So let's go ahead and just choose simply just to download this skill.md. So let's go ahead and download that. And the other thing too is this apply design system skill, where it connects existing Figma designs to publish design system components. It's always a good thing to have because it can help, like especially if we already have a generated design and it needs to make tweaks and apply design system components to that design we already have in Figma. So let's go ahead and choose to download that as well. I went ahead and just uploaded those skill.md files to the skills, same as we did before. And then I copied a link to the page that Figma had just generated. So not a link to the entire design system we had before, but a link to the page that we just looked at. So I'm going to say, please run an audit of this page, and then just enter that. Because this is going to call on that audit design system skill, where it's going to audit the page for where the design system was not applied. You can see here now that this here is what it came back with, where it came back with an actual pretty decent audit on where the design system was not actually applied. I would have loved for that to have had happened the first time. All right. Because I didn't want to have to go through this process of being like, hey, audit it when it's clear that things are wrong. But now that it's recognized what's wrong, let's just tell it, please fix the design. Let's run that. It went through and made the fixes. Let's take a look at what it came back with. So right away, still no page variable applied to the fill. Inside the card, still no surface variable applied, but it looked like it applied a stroke and also a drop shadow style. When we click into the text, the correct variables are applied, but this text style is still not applied here, not here, and not here as well, but it does still look like it uses the components. So as you can see, it's wildly inconsistent and wildly inaccurate. I've ran the exact same workflow that we just went through in this video together on my own, and it's worked perfectly before, where it got every radius, every spacing, every component, every style, every text style, every drop shadow style, every variable perfectly. But here you can see it's not working. So out of everything that we've done thus far, all the time that we took, all the time that it took to actually generate this initial design, which was like 10 minutes, is it worth adopting Figma Skills into your workflow right now? Probably the only one that I see you actually adopting is that audit design system skill. I want to call this out because you can also build your own skills that complement Figma skills. I'm not going to go in depth on this right now. One of our community members, Brian's awesome. Shout out Brian. He's been playing around a lot with his own skills that sort of make up the gaps that Figma skills also have. Things like for design system documentation, when to apply specific variables, when not to apply specific variables. Is you have that level of flexibility working with skills where you can upload your own custom skill and always be sure to reference that skill whenever you're building out a new Figma design for things like design token consistency, when to use specific components, when to use a checkbox versus a radio button in the context of your design. Is you can take time and actually do that. And how you do that, you can choose to just upload your own skill or write your own skill instructions, or you can also choose to create those with Claude. Out of everything that we've looked at, why does this matter now and also in the future? Because you're probably thinking that would not help me in my current state. But they are designed to make design workflows faster and more efficient. They are going to get better. Things like helping us move more seamlessly between design and code. You know, like we've all been there before where something in production does not match what we have in the Figma file. Figma skills are really going to help us alleviate a lot of that concern moving forward by collaborating better with our developers. And also, too, it's going to help us automate repetitive tasks that slow down design work. Things like the auditing of designs, as we saw, ensuring components are being reused. So although it's not perfect right now, you got to remember, this just came out. It's going to get better. The way in which AI works with Figma is going to get better. And if you are ignoring the concept of Figma skills now because you don't think they're relevant at all now or in the future, then you're sorely mistaken. Because other designers who are adopting this methodology, understanding how it works, knowing how to use it, even if they're not using it in their day-to-day, they're the ones who are going to get hired for that next design role. They're the ones who are going to get that promotion because they are more in tune with what's going on with AI. So though it's not something we're using right now, don't ignore it. Hey, thanks for being here and making it this far in the video. Going to have a lot more content coming on working with Figma skills, AI and design, a number of different topics as well. So be sure to drop a subscribe. Also check out our website, links in the video description. If you want to watch a video where I build an entire design system, click in the top left. And if you want to watch another video that I highly recommend, click in the top right. Thanks for being here.